Hey, this is Nate Waits. I'm here to repair a Lenovo Y500. As you can see, the screen is busted. But fortunately for us, it's just the LCD screen. So I'm going to show you all how to take apart the screen and replace it. I've got my new screen here from laptopscreen.com. And so I am about ready to get started. Alright, so first thing you want to do is turn your computer off completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the power button down for 10 seconds, let it turn all the way off. The next thing you want to do, once it's completely off, is you want to remove the power supply and unplug it if it's plugged in, and you want to take the battery off if you have it in. So I've got the battery removed. Just for extra safety, what I recommend doing is once the battery is out, go ahead and hold the power button for about 30 seconds. That will clear any residual electricity in the system. That way you're good to go. All right, 15 to 30 seconds. So everything seems to be good now. What you want to do is you want to take your screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and you want to go right in between the plastic and the rubber part that kind of supports the screen. And so you're just going to get in here, and you're just going to pop the plastic pins. Just be careful as you do this. You don't want to jam it in there too far and mess anything up. Watch your camera. As you get right here, you want to make sure you don't get the screwdriver around the camera. You don't want to scratch that up. But it's just past plastic tabs that you need to pop out. And once you do it, it just comes off. As you get right here, there's actually tape in the way on both sides. And so it requires a little extra convincing that it needs to come off. So you just work your way through the tape. And there's also pins, tabs, plastic tabs. But you do not want to break the plastic bezel. That would be another fee. Another thing to replace. Again, it can be difficult. So just want to give it a little extra TLC. As you pop it off, if that tape is in the way. And that just comes right off. And you'll see the laptop screen. This is it. This is just the LCD screen. There are some screws on the side here that you will want to undo. There are 3 screws on each side. And also, up at the very top, there's this screw here. So what I recommend is just unscrew these 2 screws first. Right here and right here. That way you can separate the screen from the plastic. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to remove the screws so that we can access the screws on the side right here. Now, I highly recommend, and I do not have this with me, but I highly recommend magnetic tipped drivers, because these little screws are boogers to get out. They'll fall inside the plastic, and they're hard to remove. I have this nice little tool right here that you can see, and it's actually just a magnet on the end, so that when my screw drops, I can get it back. Highly recommend this tool. And so we simply unscrew the screw up top. And what I recommend is when you have your little screwdriver set here, just open her up and place the screws right in there. So you always have them. That way they can't roll off, they don't fall away, you got them. And so I've removed this screw right here. I'm about to remove this screw right here. So let's go ahead and get to it. And what this does is it frees the laptop just a little bit, frees the LCD screen so that you can actually get to the screws. So now I'm going to go for the screws along the side. There's 1, 2, 3 screws along the side that you must remove to remove the LCD display. Oh, there it goes. So, make sure you don't drop the screws, because if you do, they're hard to find. They're little tiny things. Again, that's why a magnetized screwdriver is recommended. I'm going to put my little magnet here, just so that when it comes off, I can hold on to it. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to pull the laptop screen just a little bit away from the plastic so I can access the screws right here, and right here. Also, the Wi-Fi antenna is right here, so it kind of gets in the way. So you got to pull it out just a little bit. Then you can unscrew these screws. Okay, and one more screw. Then when you do this last screw, you'll be very careful not to drop the LCD. But if it's shattered already, who really cares, right? So I just grab it, make sure it doesn't come apart. Now, what you have right here is the power cable and everything, the whole 40-pin connector. And so, tell you what, let me come right here so I can see too. There you go. There's the 40-pin connector. There's tape right above it. So what you want to do is just come from the back and pull it off. And that's that. Now you can discard this screen. Okay? Screen is no more. So I'm just going to put it right over here. Move my camera back. Alright, so we have a empty place again. Got your 40-pin connector right here. And so I'm going to take a break for just a second so I can find that screw that I dropped. Alrighty, I've got all 6 little teeny tiny screws plus the 2 screws from the top here. And what we do now is just take the brand new laptop screen. Again, I got this from laptopscreen.com. They have a little plastic in front of it, so you don't get fingerprints on it. So I'm going to remove it mostly. Remove the tape that I won't be able to access later. And I'm going to connect the 40-pin connector. So you just simply put it right back in. Okay? It just slides in, then the tape holds it in place along with the little pins. Once that's there, you just make sure you get it firm, get the tape firm onto the screen. And now, you set the LCD back up there. Put it back in the furnace. Now what I find is that it's easiest to keep everything together if you start with the top screw up here. Right up here, top screw. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Got my LCD screen here. We'll magnetize this just a little bit. Just take my magnet and rub it up and down. That way it grabs my screws, that way they don't fall. And believe you me, they fall so easily. Just put it in there, then find the hole. And once you have that screwed in, you're good to go. That way, the other holes are going to line up. So I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Again, just remagnetize my screwdriver here, make it where I can hold on to the screws pretty easily. I just simply pull out the harness just a little bit and get that screw right in there. Okay, for sake of time, I'm going to just do this. I've dropped my screw, so I've got to get it back out. The harness is not playing as nice as I'd like it to. So what I recommend, stitch the screwdriver, pull the LCD screen out just a little bit, pull that harness out as well. And just want to hold it with your fingers so that the screw hole lines up. Then you just take that screw, nice hairy arms you saw. Take that screw, and with your fingers you just put it right in place. Make sure you get in both holes, the hole in the harness and the hole on the LCD screen. Okay. Again, this is the hardest part, getting those screw holes aligned. So once you have the top done, the LCD is in place. All you have to do is follow up with the 4 remaining screws for the harness. So come right down here. Okay, one more down here on this side. All right, for those of you, I just had interruption here because I ran out of space on my iPad. So I'm almost done, just got 3 screws left, and then the screen will be back. And we'll be able to test it out and see if it works. So I'll just go right here. Get these last 2 screws here. And again, because the Wi-Fi cord is right here, it's hard to access the holes, so you need to take the harness for the LCD screen and just pull it out with your finger just a little bit. That way you can access the holes. Pull this LCD screen out just a hair, just to make sure that it lines up. So I just tilt it just a little bit. That make the holes line up how they're supposed to. And you can get that screw in there. Again, that Wi-Fi cable gets in the way, and so you have to be very careful because the screw is right here, the cable's right there, and it gets in the way, so you have to be vigilant and put that screw back in there. I'm going to use my magnetized thing to get that screw out, and I have it. Once you get the holes lined up, you can just simply take your screwdriver, screw it right in. But until you get the holes lined up, it's a pain. Bingo. Finally got it. One more screw on this harness, and that is right down here. So, take your screwdriver, hopefully magnetized screwdriver that holds the screw in place good for you. Just want to pull out the LCD just a little bit to get beyond the Wi-Fi cable. Finally, we have success. Now I just have two more screws, again, back at the top of the laptop for the laptop LCD harness. One right here. And the other right over here. With those two screws in place, now you can put the plastic bezel back on, and it just pops right back into place. Now push it down right here so it gets down in the hole for it. Then you're going to pop it back in place. I start in the center and work my way out. That way I know the camera's aligned. And then you just go down the side, and that should have some tape left on the bezel right down here. Now hold it in place, just make sure it pops into place. And now I'm going to close it just to help pop it into place. See right here, it's not in place good. So again, you just want to open it up, push down, get those pins right how they need to be, the tabs. And just pop into place. And once you have it popped into place, you're done, my friend. So we're going to close it. It is sealed good. Everything looks great there. So now we're going to put the battery back in, and we shall see what happens. Now we turn it on, and I got the nice matte screen so it's not too glossy. Nice matte screen. And we me turn it on, and hopefully, if I did everything right, hopefully we will see a good screen here. And oh, look, there it is. Everything looks great. Now, I know my iPad case is not looking good, so I'll get y'all a better view in just a second, but my LCD screen is fully replaced, and that is how you can do it. Again, the most frustrating part is putting the screws back into place along the side. So, hope this helps you. Hope you're able to do a repair on the Lenovo Y500, and check out laptopscreen.com and buy your replacement screens. Alright, just want to show you guys that the LCD screen that came from laptopscreen.com is working perfectly. So, thanks a lot, laptopscreen.com.